Well, I didn't get to go to Atlanta yesterday to look for parts for the press brake, but I did get to go today. Today's Wednesday, and I actually had some luck. I'm kind of excited. Um, Tomorrow I'm going to work on piecing this stuff together, but this is what I found. So this is a cone right here. Found a pillow bearing here. Race looks like it's kind of beat up on it. Probably replace that. Found some other various odds and ends. I don't think this one goes with it. He just told me, he said, if you see something that you think goes with it, grab it. So I did. I think this goes with it. Not 100% sure. This is that's a bearing that goes with it, I'm assuming. It's with the same stuff. Some nuts and bolts and some springs and stuff. And actually, I found a little die. So, I got a hold of, oh, and I found this too. Found this collar that goes with it, and I'm pretty sure this is a clutch disc. So anyway, so, I actually got a response back from Nexon on clutch for it, and they need some information on it. They need the stroke length. They need to know what the tonnage is, which I'm pretty sure I found out that is a 35-ton press. They need the RPMs. The new motor has an RPM of 1,725. I can't find an RPM rating on the old one. I'm going to have to dig around to find an RPM rating on that one because if I'm going to correctly match, I'm going to need to adjust my pulley size to compensate. The shaft diameter, the shaft is slightly larger on the new motor than it is on the old one. The new motor has a 1.383 shaft diameter, which is, I'm gonna guess, is probably an 1 3/8 shaft, is what it's gonna be commonly referred to. I'm not a machinist, so I don't know the common sizes. But anyway, some quick facts about it. It has a 2-inch stroke length. It has a 20-inch flywheel. It has a 12 3/4 OD on the pulley on the motor, an 11-inch OD pulley on the flywheel. And then this is the reduction for the drive teeth. I counted teeth on the drive line. This is the output shaft that comes off of the motor. And then this is the shaft that turns the cam. So if you don't know how these work, this right here is a cam, and it goes and rolls around and comes down. If you know how a cam works, it's just a cam. And it has 1/2-inch dogs on it, on the deck. And 6-foot bed. It's 5'1" between the risers. So there's that. But tomorrow when I take, because I got to take this bracket off and do some other stuff and things like that. But tomorrow, and I've also got to work on this because right now this pedal isn't actually accomplishing anything. There's a brake on the other side that this bracket right here is connected to, and I'm pretty sure that that shaft that comes through is seized up. It's right here. This brake is attached to that lever, I'm assuming. I don't really have great diagrams for this thing. I did find a manual online, and I bought the manual. It was $100, so I'm in this thing $600 now, plus labor and fuel to get it, if I wanted to count that. But this is a brake in there, and because they're designed so that when you let off the pedal, it does stop momentum. But that shaft for this brake pad is froze up, so that's one of the reasons why the pedal isn't working. I'll have to rewire, and I'll have to get the motor mounted. I think I'm going to add a tension pulley. You can actually vary the speed on these things based on the tension on the belt. So I think I'm going to add me a tensioner pulley in here somewhere with a screw on it, or a bolt or something that I can adjust the tension on the belts so I can get variable speed on it. I've watched these things run. I don't really want this thing running super fast. That's not going to be ideal at all. Not looking forward to that. But anyway, so that's kind of the update that I have now. Tomorrow I got to take some of this stuff off. I'm pretty sure this goes against this face, which it's all dirty. And then somewhere, I don't know, I gotta look and see how it all works. I believe this is what goes up over that, and then I think it's also what goes in the fork, and then this goes somewhere. There's a lot of parts here that I gotta figure out, and I have a manual. We'll go inside and look at the manual. And I also measured the thing, and in the plate alone that makes up the frame and the beds, the plate alone is over 3,000 pounds. Plus you have to add in all of the crossbars, you have to add in the sprockets, which are big and heavy, and you have to add in like the motor. I know that the motor is heavy enough that the tractor couldn't pick it up before we took the motor off. It couldn't pick it up high enough to get it on the trailer. Get it off the ground, but it couldn't get it high enough to get it up on the high deck trailer. This is the manual right here. Oops, thought I had it paper clipped together, but I don't. It actually has some diagrams in it. Here's the manual. It's literally a scanned copy. Is all it is. So the next in here is a company that makes some clutches. And they emailed me back, and here's what they said they needed. They said rated tonnage, stroke distance, shaft diameter, drive shaft speed, strokes per minute, and crankshaft speed. Total torque equals the rated tonnage times the torque factor. The drive shaft torque equals total torque times crankshaft RPM over drive shaft RPM. So I'll have to, some of this stuff I'm not sure if I'll be able to figure out, but here's what the manual looks like. Let me get into maybe under overall dimensions what the weight is on it. It says it does. Oh, it doesn't give me any. Doesn't give me a page numbers. Yeah, here's the parts list on it. There are 800 parts on this thing. It's a lot of parts. Um, 850 parts to be exact. Here's the parts diagram for it right here. So this is your front view. This is your side view looking at the flywheel on the motor side. See, here's the lever to operate it right here. Here's the mechanism here. So this 34 is the flywheel, so I'll have to get the parts list out to know what all of these pieces are. But the 34 is the flywheel. Right here, this is the flywheel, and then this 82 is a brake lining, I think. It's clutch lining. This 82 is clutch lining. This 100 right here is the clutch disc that goes in here. That's this piece here. 157 is the brake lining, goes right here. And then this number 22 is the drive pinion. 110 is a drive shaft bearing. 109 I think is a bearing seal. Yeah, this is the 109 is the bearing seal right here. So I mean, there's a lot of moving parts to this. To figure out, and these drawings are not the best here. This is for the back gauge here, and then this is just for the Verispeed motor pulley. Like I said, talking about the variable speed on it. This is for the Verispeed pulley, and then this is a wiring diagram for the switches, and that's it. I mean, there's not a lot to it. The place that I got this from was let me see if I still have them pulled up. I'll have to look for the email. What was the website? Oh, here it is. It's Machinery Support Online. It's mcspt.com, and they have a lot of manuals. I went in here. I actually contacted them, and they emailed me where I could find their manuals. So you can go in here and you can look. I think it actually is under Dryce and Crump. Some of them are under Chicago Dryce. Dyer, too far down. Drying, troop, drill, drains. Yeah, I think this one actually is under Chicago. So let's go to the C's. Cincinnati, Chicago, Chicago Steel. Look under Chicago. Nope. Do Dryce and Crump. Yeah, here we go. Model 335 right here. This was the manual. Model 335. This was serial number L3047, which is significantly later than the one that I have. The one that I have is L606. This is for the dies. There's a 338. Series D, a 6L8. So you can look through here and find several old manuals. So anyway, that's where we're at so far. Not a whole lot of new development, but it's getting somewhere with it. So tomorrow I get to sit down, and it's time for me to leave now for the day. Tomorrow I get to sit down and do a lot of math, and figure up as much of this stuff as I can for this for Nexon, so they can help me out with getting a clutch for it. I told them that I'm okay with modifications if we can get this machine up and running. The biggest hurdle that I'm facing right now is the clutch. Also, I have a website for getting the dies. Well, not a website. The right way brake dies. They're the ones that helped Andrew. I think it was Andrew Camaretta on YouTube. One of the videos that I saw, he got his from here. And depending on what I need, it sounds like it's going to be about $1,000 per set of dies. Hopefully, it's not going to be much more than about $1,500 for a set. And hopefully, I can get a set, you know, pretty quick. And I can start bending stuff after I get the whole thing running. But anyway, tomorrow we'll see what happens with trying to get everything pieced together and see if I even have the right parts for it. I still am missing some stuff from it, so see how far we get. Anyway, like, share, comment, subscribe.